And in this final lesson number 1, we'll go ahead and do our final render here. So I'm just going to go ahead and import our model. And make sure I'm on the master layer so that the model actually shows up. So I'll just, select the model and add it to the layer there for the V-Ray master layer. So it'll actually show up. We can go ahead and render it. And as you can see, there he is. And we'll scale him up a little bit here. And it's very important, like I said, I'm not going to use the viewport subdivision in the render attributes. I'm actually going to add a subdivision node to the model himself, because if I add that render viewport subdivision, when you have 5 or 6 models in the scene that are somewhat polygon heavy, it's going to take an extremely long time for it to calculate. So it's just easier if you just add a smooth node to the character or whatever you're rendering. And I'll make sure I add him to the ambient occlusion layer as well before I go ahead and duplicate the model. This way I don't have to do all 5 individually. I can just do one and then duplicate them, and each subsequent one will stay within inside that layer too. So I'm just adding the V-Ray dirt material to our character, which is for the ambient occlusion. And as you can see, he has his textures there for the V-Ray main layer render. And I'll just go ahead and duplicate the model here a couple times and rotate them, and then we'll go ahead and render. I'm using Dual Xeon for anyone out there that knows a little bit about rendering. It's actually going to render fast, a lot faster with Dual Xeon than, say, Core i7 or a quad-core processor. And as you can see, there's our model duplicated there. And I'll come back and I'll give you the render times, and then the next lesson I'll do a little bit of final notes for the character modeling tutorial. So I'll go ahead and once I hit the render button here, I'll have the V-Ray frame buffer pop up. And as you can see there, I did pause the video to go ahead and do our render. And there's our final product. Overall, this looks, pretty good. I don't really see any problems that I would want to change, but once you go ahead and render your final product, I mean, look it over, and if you see problems, tweak this or tweak that and fix it.